What's up, this squad? Back on another video. I'm Recklezz.
Okay.
Got Biden nibbles on frightened young girl. I'm saying another thing that Joe Biden has done, sadly, and it's crazy because I got to think when I seen this video that it's parents out here that even I haven't seen the video yet, but it's parents that literally like would, you know, I don't really know. I haven't been in that situation, and it's hard to even. It's really hard to even say. Like being in that situation, having a president do something like that, having Secret Service surround you and stuff. So it's like, and you on TV. It's a way of how you reacting. Like it's kind of hard. Plus,
it wasn't his first time either.
Yeah. But I'm saying, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get in the video.
Well, it's been one stumble after another for President Biden's 5 day overseas trip to NATO. But boy, did he just really end it in a pretty peculiar way. Tape of the president nibbling at the shoulder of a frightened little girl. Look at that.
See, that's weird.
Has everyone on media cringing. But it comes amid a new report on how the president's antics have got Democrats worried. Top donors are said to be quietly looking for a replacement candidate for Newsom. They're worried over the slow pace of Joe's campaign and how he hasn't even set up a campaign headquarters yet. But there's one Democrat candidate who isn't slowing down. RFK Jr. talking to Fox and Friends this morning about polarization in America.
They're tired of the polarization. They're tired of the anger. Try to focus on the values that Americans share with each other, Republicans and Democrats, rather than focusing on those issues that are keeping us all apart. The polarization is so toxic, and I think it's more dangerous than any time since the American Civil War, and we have to start talking to each other.
And while RFK pushes unity, the media continues to divide us. Listen to the deplorable thing an MSNBC guest said about pro-Trump Americans.
One of the things that's disturbing is, I guess this is working with a portion of the American people. And that, for me, is just kind of hard to take. And so what exactly is this hold that Trumpism has on some portion of the American people, that their representatives are coming to Washington and acting amok in this way? As Mika said, whether it's, ignorance, stupidity, or graft, something more nefarious, I don't know.
Pretty sure that was the same lady who was upset by the American flags, but regardless, we'll set that aside. Jesse, what do you make of the furtive texts, sideline events, emails, phone calls to prospective candidates from big Democrats saying, like, hey, Joe's not really running?
Well, the smart money...
But, I feel like that's common sense for a lot of people to not even want him to run anymore. You got to think about all the things that have happened since he's been in office. What has happened since he's been in office? To the people, what has he done? For everything that we've been reacting to, I've been reacting to, and I've been seeing is the fact of Hunter this, Joe is in this is that, and it's really dang near annoying. Like, you will want somebody in office that's, putting their hands on kids and nibbling on kids, and that's weird. And then he can't even think straight half of the time because of the situation that he's under. Yeah. So I don't know.
Money is hedging right now, because if you have a lot of dough, would you just plow it all into the Biden campaign? No, you'd look for an alternative, because he's not campaigning. Jesse Watters Primetime has more staff than Joe Biden's reelection campaign. True. He also has done one event that he didn't pay for, and he underperformed in his fundraising vis-a-vis Barack Obama. And he doesn't even have a campaign headquarters. He doesn't even have a campaign finance chairman. And the last time I saw the guy, he was laying back like this, glistening in the sun with his eyes closed on the beach. That doesn't look like someone's running for re-election. And then he's going to this, pretend you're a baby. He's going, and then he's in with
the makeup,
the sniff.
Look at your jacket.
If you're a donor, Sorry, Harold. I'm going to send that to the dry cleaner. If you're a donor I do that to my child in the privacy of my own home. I don't do it to a random Finnish baby in the middle of Europe.
Yeah.
In the middle of Europe.
I mean, I think we should go to our resident child sniffer on that one, Greg Gutfeld.
What does that mean?
Hey, you hit kill me.
You know, yeah, he put the hell in Helsinki. The baby may be from Finland, but Joe Biden is finished.
Ooh.
How do you like that for a little wordplay?
Love it.
Yeah, it's just I don't see how this can keep going on. It's embarrassing. He's not quietly quitting. He's quietly dead. I mean, he hasn't done anything. He doesn't know where he is, and I don't trust people that can't show any restraint. You know, this guy. It's just creepy, right? I mean, it's like I get it when people talk about kids and puppies, like, oh, you just want to eat them up. You're not supposed to. You can.
But I feel like he not there in the head. Like that's just common sense. Like everybody see it. I feel like a lot of people see it even on his team that he's not fit to be reelected. Just based off of what's going on with him and his family. Well, him and Hunter. You know, and the fact of him saying this and saying it ain't even making sense. Him not even remembering anything that is needed to be said, or he's saying the wrong thing, or
that's a big one.
Like I said, putting his hands or putting his like that, the whole kid situation, just everything, and it's sick.
You can say, oh, I just want to. You don't actually do that.
And the men don't usually do that.
Yeah.
It's usually
exactly,
the women.
men,
Oh, what a
yeah.
cute baby.
Now, remember, I want to just point out,
Men only do that if it's they kid or like they grandkid or something like that.
Yeah.
Gay. What's interesting about her commentary is that she says that people are stupid, right? This is the woman who took Bloomberg's $500 million presidential campaign war chest and said that if you could have taken that and given $1 million to all of the 370 million Americans. Quite possibly one of the dumbest things that's ever been said on television. Do you guys remember that with Brian Williams? She cannot tell people they're stupid. She's lost that right? She can no longer say that.
Harold, I could ask you about the president eating a child's shoulder, but I won't do that to you on a Friday afternoon. Instead, I will ask you about his fundraising, $77 million, but Trump in the same period had $100 million, Obama north of $80 million, so it's kind of lackluster.
Look, I think when you run for re-election for president, Democrat or Republican, you've got to do two things. One, you got to forcefully lay out what you've done the last 4 years, and then advocate on behalf of yourself and your team as to why you need another 4 years to build on that success. And ordinarily, the two things that underline or animate that are economic success, the economy, the market. President Trump, I thought, rightly talked about the success of the stock market being an indicator of how well things are going. Our economy has proved to be pretty resilient, and the stock market has proved to be pretty resilient. So he will talk about that. I differ with you on the thing with the kid there. I had not seen that until now. I read the script beforehand, but I thought he had a decent time in Helsinki in the sense that Sweden joins NATO. NATO reiterated its commitment to, as you put it back up there, NATO reiterated its commitment to Ukraine. We made clear that Ukraine would find its way into NATO after we find some resolution to Russia, the Russia-Ukrainian issue, because we don't want immediately once they join for us to be at war there. So I actually thought it was a decent week for him. I call balls and strikes here on this show about him, but I thought he had a decent.
I mean, you're fair.
I've copyrighted, but I think he actually had a better week than perhaps some are giving him credit for. Now, having said that, RFK Jr., the things he's talking about are things that are on Democrats' minds. So it'll be interesting to see how President Biden begins to incorporate some of that narrative into his campaign narrative.
You know, and I don't know how this foreign trip's going to move voters. I don't think it will, Emily. But what could move voters? The media totally deriding Trump supporters the same way they did last time around in 2016. What happened there?
Right. This is a media that, as you pointed out, we talked about this, says that the American flag flying from a truck is offensive. In fact, it's a security threat, that by virtue of your presence, if you are a patriot, if you dare to fly the flag from your home, if you vote in a certain way, you are the threat. This is exactly why
it shouldn't be like that. Like, I feel like regardless of anything, like, that's just like if you go to China, you're going to see China flags everywhere. Like, if you go to these different other countries, that's because they rep in their country. And I feel like that's what's important, to rep your country at the end of the day. I mean, this is the United States. It's always something that they pick out and it's never can be done right, and it be pissing me off. I don't understand like how you can literally sit there and, oh, this is a situation. People literally saying that it's a threat because somebody has got an American flag on the back of their truck or on their car or on their house or on a decal or on this or on that, and on a t-shirt, a hat. I don't feel like that's a threat. That's repping your country because you love your country and you for your country. There's people that's literally served that's wearing a American flag or got the American flag, and you looking at it to be a threat, and it's just always something. And
they always got to pick something out.
It literally just gets on my nerves. Like, I don't understand like how and then on top of the Joe Biden thing, you have Joe Biden. Like I said, his team even know that he's not prepared to even be reelected. Democrats, if you in the right state of mind, you gotta know that he's not in the right state to be reelected, because look how he talks, look what he does, look what's going on with his son. If all of this is literally like this, I'm telling you, like it's not gonna be. You gotta be very so much in denial to vote for Joe Biden again in the 2024 campaign. Like I don't understand.
All this stuff you see everywhere, every day. It's like, how can you vote for him again?
But it's people that would vote for somebody like that just based off of, oh, okay, well, I'm still receiving this, I still got this, and he did this, and it's really not even that, because I don't see anything that Joe Biden has done, you know.
I don't even hear about him unless it's something like this.
Need a president that's literally going to be for the people, right? You need people getting off their butts, getting to work, getting like people that can, you know, people that can. But it literally be making me mad.
Your home. If you vote in a certain way, you are the threat. This is exactly why Americans feel totally alienated and unseen, and that's why Trump resonated with so many people, obviously. And think about all those figureheads, you know, the now unemployed Don Lemon, who made fun of people from the South voting for President Trump. Jake Tapper, who said Navy Biden's mom, well, you know, she's been, you know, associated with people on the right, so there's that. What does that mean? That if I vote conservative, I'm not befitting to be a mother? Is that what that comment made? There are Mika and Mara Gay who say it's ignorant and the like. What is ignorant about policies that result in limited government and higher unemployment rates, in thriving of an economy, in the things that people care about, including, for example, the multifaceted Hispanic population that for some reason Biden thinks by putting out a commercial in 6 different Hispanic accents, that will somehow attract a very diverse population that cares first and foremost about the economy and safety and education and law and crime. And for all those reasons, that's why they are flocking to the GOP policies. But I guess to those media figureheads, they just call it Trumpism and they call it a security threat.
Yep. Well, the nibbling president is off to a beachside vacation, so stay clear, kids. Fastest.
So he's going on vacation. Well, I mean, that could be a good sign and a bad sign. The good sign is because he's not. It looks like he's not even taking it seriously for the 2024 campaign, which is a good thing, because again, all the stuff I said throughout this video, it's a bad thing for, I guess, the Democrats that want to vote for Joe Biden, because I don't see it happening, because of, you know, he's a little off. But definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, watching this reaction. Definitely was a video that's needed to be seen, especially you know, the Democrats. You know what I'm saying, need to see
their eyes.
Yeah, and see this. But you already know, hit that like button, subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.